It's officially been a year since the end of Unus Annus. I've only done 3 videos on my channel on Unus Annus, so I'm not really expecting a lot of you to know what it is, unless you are watching the content itself. But for those who don't know, Unus Annus was a YouTube channel created by Markiplier and Crankgameplays. It started on November the 13th, 2019, and ended on November the 13th, 2020. The whole point of the channel was for the two of them to make videos every single day for a whole year and then delete the channel on that very last day. The channel had this whole theme of life and death, that everything is temporary and you have to appreciate what you have while it's here with the time you have given. And every video started and ended with a timer showing how many days were left, and the whole point of the channel was to build up to this final moment where the channel was deleted and it was suddenly all in the past. It was to remind us and get us thinking about our own mortality, about death, the human experience, all of that. And it was this brilliant commentary on that, because nothing like that has ever come from YouTube. The videos themselves had this mix of this serious philosophy of life and death and the temporary nature of things, versus this silly comedy stuff they did in pretty much every video. And so it really was a creative and unique experience that has never been done before on YouTube and will probably never be done ever again. I got incredibly into it, as did many other people. As you can see, I have merch. I have another hoodie as well, and I have two long sleeves. So I really got into Unus Annus. I even have the two YouTube videos they made. Because for me, it was so interesting watching it begin, and I got really into this new side of things because I'd never seen Mark or Ethan through this new lens before. So it was very interesting seeing them do something completely different from their usual routine of things. Now you might be wondering, why am I talking about it here now on YouTube? Why am I bringing it up on this channel? If Unus Annus is gone, what relevance does it have to me or my channel? I wanted to bring it up as a way for me to reflect on the year that has passed as a channel, and to sort of, I guess, think about the next year coming forward for me on YouTube. Because as I said, I got really into Unus Annus. The whole life and death philosophy really resonated with me. It felt powerful. I always got goosebumps seeing them in the white and black suits. The comedy was just over the top and you never knew what to expect. And it was really special and ridiculous and crazy what they were doing sometimes. Mark eating dirt is one thing that will always stand out to me. But it was all building up to that one final moment. That one last second. And when it all ended, in a literal second, a year's worth of content and memories were just wiped from existence. And it really is one of my favorite pieces of art ever created, because that's what it is at the end of the day. Unless you were there, you probably won't understand, but it is art. Mark and Ethan are artists. What they did was commentary on the human experience and sort of reality as a whole. It was a very out there concept, and it was something that was all about experiencing what's in the present. I bring this up now because I said I actually got really emotional when Unus Annus ended. I did a tribute and everything, and I really got into it. I was sad for like days afterwards, and I still am when I look back on it as well. But not long after Unus Annus ended, one of my granddads died in days following the end of the channel, and my other one died then about 4 or 5 months ago. And so in a weird way, this last year has been filled with the idea of death. In a weird way, Unus Annus has had me contemplating the concept of, not in my own, just a disclaimer here, not in my own mortality. I'm perfectly fine, FYI, don't panic. Just as a whole, in general, it's got me thinking about and wondering and contemplating the concept of death and mortality as a whole. Um, and doing what I have with what time I have as well, just like they did. Um, with my own channel, I've always strived to do what I've liked on YouTube. It's very rarely been successful, but I've always stuck to what I've wanted to do. And recently I've seen some growth, but I mean, that was kind of a fluke. But for the most part, I've had to be content with what I have. I'm not going to have everything, so I have to appreciate what I have the way I have it in a way. But it's got me thinking as well, because Unus Annus was this goal. It was a year-long goal. That's what the name means. It means 1 year. It was a challenge for them to upload and make content every day for a year. I wouldn't be able to do something like that, but it has made me want to make my own goals. I didn't say it in any videos, I don't think, but I did make an internal goal for myself going into 2021 in regards to YouTube. And that was to upload 100 videos. Coming off of last year, I saw a lot of great success after finally being able to upload whenever I wanted and being able to edit my videos for the first time. And going into 2021 at the back end of Unus Annus made me want to put more effort in. Admittedly, I've slacked due to motivation and other things like that. My mental health going down was one thing, as I said, because the deaths of both of my granddads has really impacted me and prevented me from doing a lot of things, not just YouTube. But I did set a goal going into 2021 of making 100 videos, and I've made 57 so far. So I need to make 33 in the next month and a bit. I still have a bit of time, but I need to get there. But with the 1 year anniversary, I'm kind of determined now to finish that goal since I'm so close to it. But then going into 2022 as well, I want to set out more goals for myself. Goals that I intend to make on camera. And they may not all be related to YouTube, only a handful of them will, but just as a means of reference, as a note for myself and for you guys as well, so we can track my progress a year from now. I want to push myself in a way that they challenged themselves to do something different for the whole year. I want to challenge myself to actually grow the channel in a way. I've wanted to do that for the longest time, but there's always been some sort of barrier or hurdle. I'm not going to do it right now. I'll probably do it in another video, but I'm going to make a checklist of things and we'll discuss them and see what comes from that. But yeah, to end off this video, I just wanted to say Unus Annus was something special, and if you were there, I'm sure you know how incredible the experience was. As I said, the concept has lingered on in my mind for the whole year, long after the channel has ended. Family members dying, other things, a friend attempting suicide. So the idea of being in the present and appreciating what you have while it's here has very much remained relevant for me throughout the year. And it's been an interesting gift from a YouTube channel of all places. It really was one of a kind, and YouTube is never going to have something like that again. Imposters may come up and try to replicate it, but never is it going to work. It's never going to take off like it did with them. So I just wanted to take this moment to acknowledge the 1 year anniversary of a channel that was more than a YouTube channel. It was a work of art. It was something with a goal, an end objective, and it hit that objective. And 4 million people felt the intended emotion from that. And that was something truly incredible. So with that all said, anyway, we'll discuss that in an upcoming video anyway, and we'll take it from there. So what better way to end this off than saying, cherish your life, cherish what you have while it's there, appreciate everything that's around you, live in the present, don't get hung up on the future or the past, live for the present. And memento mori, unus annus.